What did you think of that? I'll take it all day long. It was a lot better than the Brighton game, wasn't it? It was a lot better than the Brighton game. I mean, there was more control. There was more energy. There was more composure. As I say, Naby Keita, young Stefan Bjatasic, he's my man of the match. I mean, he was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Especially in the first half. What a player. What a player. Young Stefan Bjatasic. What a win. I'll take it all day long. Okay, last 10, 15, they put on a bit of pressure, brought a few players on, hoofing the ball into the box. But ultimately, I think overall, I think we deserved to win that game. I think we deserved to win that game. And we did. We're into the next round. I know it's Brighton the next round. That's gotta be interesting. Brighton in the next round. But just good. It's just get good. To get a win, get a clean sheet, get a lovely Wonderstrike goal from young Harvey Elliott. Get that in the bag and look forward to the Chelsea game with some sort of confidence. That's what it was today. It was a confidence builder today, guys. That's what it was about. It was about getting the result, getting the win, and taking it from there. But we had bits of bonuses thrown in. That was an unusual team, I have to say, at the beginning when I seen it. Bjatasic, young Stefan Bjatasic in midfield. Thiago and Keita. I mean, Keita, we just need to keep him fit, don't we? He was brilliant tonight. But really good. That three in the middle made all the difference tonight. Really did. And then he had young Harvey, Carvalho and Gakpo up front were a bit of a menace for him. And defensively, Gomez, Kanate, really good. Simicus ran his heart out. Of course, as he always does. Young Milli Vanilli is just not getting any younger. He came off in 65, but he was brilliant for those 65 minutes. Kelleher in goal, absolutely brilliant. Clean sheet. Didn't have a huge amount to do, but we're into the next round, guys. We needed that. We absolutely need. I'm going to give ratings as well. We'll give ratings tonight. It's the first time I've done ratings in a while. First time we've deserved ratings in a while. And it's going to be tough. We have Chelsea, as Mark Forrest just says, Chelsea on Saturday midday at Anfield. Yeah, but the thing about it is, we're going into it with a clean sheet, with a bit of energy, a win, a new style of some lovely play, especially in the first half. Touches, dummies, just lovely. Okay, we didn't get a huge amount of chances, huge amount of shots on goal, but there was more control, there was more energy, there was more confidence, there was just everything right about, say, 80% of that game, 90% of that game. Clean sheet, a win. I'll take it all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. We're into the next round. Who stood out for you? For me, it was young Stefan Bjatasic. I mean, wow. For the first hour, for the first 60, 65, he got tired near the end, but what a young player this guy is going to be. I mean, watch this space. He can play for either Serbia and he can play for either Spain. And you're one of them, they're going to be dragging them to get him. And what is he? 17 or 18 years old. I mean, it's unbelievable. Young Ben Doak coming on with Carvalho on the pitch. Very young side tonight. Gakpo was okay tonight. Looked the danger. One or two things, just a little bit rusty. But you can see that they will absolutely come. We made a lot of changes second half. Salah, Fabinho, Nat Phillips, all these guys came on. Robertson and all that. And young Ben Doak as well. But I thought it was a really good performance. Disappointed by Wolves. I thought Wolves would have been a lot better, especially at home. Okay, Traore was dangerous once or twice and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, I just thought it was a huge confidence builder for the Reds. A big confidence builder for the Reds. And I'm looking forward to Chelsea on Saturday now, guys. I'm absolutely looking forward to Chelsea on Saturday. And we Brighton Hove Albion. And we need to do a number on them, what they did to us the weekend. We have them, I think it's in about 2 weeks' time, in the next round of the FA Cup. But look, that's what it's about. We needed a performance tonight. We needed players to stand up. I was a little worried when I seen the starting lineup of, like, okay, Keller in goal, who's brilliant, never lets us down. You'd Gomez, you'd Kanate, you'd Simicus, you'd Milner. Bit of a different back four. And in midfield, I was saying, here's where we have to control it. We didn't do it against Wolves in the 2-2 at Anfield. Young Stefan Bjatasic, Naby lad Keita, and of course, Naby lad Keita, Stefan Bjatasic in the midfield was just ridiculously good. And Thiago pulling all the strings, gave him time to pull the strings. Pulled the strings a bit too much. He was actually lucky once or twice, but he got a yellow. And up front, Gakpo, Carvalho just ran all day. They just ran all day. And young Harvey, of course, with the Wonderstrike. What a finish. What a goal from young Harvey to get us into the next round. But I mean, just overall, I'm just a bit of happiness coming out tonight. It is only the FA Cup. It is only Wolves and all that type of thing. But we needed something. We needed to kick up the arse. Maybe that's the kickstart now. With a big game at Chelsea at Anfield on lunchtime on Saturday, of course. So we needed something to have in our back pocket going into that game. And we got it tonight. We got it tonight. The 3 or 4 players there tonight have given themselves, given Klopp a headache to start. I mean, Naby Keita, I think Naby starts. I think you have to start Naby if he's okay and he's fit. That's the big thing for Naby Keita. I mean, you have to start Naby against Chelsea. You Fabinho there, the lights are going. This reminds me of the floodlights. This reminds me of the floodlights. This reminds me of the floodlights. Look, the floodlights at the Wolves game. Fucking hell. That was like the floodlights at the Wolves game. Didn't he start blinking and going, that's weird, isn't it? Wow, that is unbelievable. But guys, I'm absolutely over the moon. What a win. We're into the next round. It was the control. It was the energy in midfield. You know, we didn't get a huge amount of chances, but it was just a refreshing, fresh look, energy, everything else. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get up to 20 likes, guys. 20 people in, 20 likes. Let's go. It's free, it's real, it's LFC. Who stood out for you? As I said, for me, 3 or 4 players had a really good game tonight, but young Stefan Bjaticic in midfield was unbelievable. Elliott was very good. Of course, he got the goal. I thought Gomez was very good tonight as well. Tsimikas ran his bloody heart out. Carvalho was decent at times. Thiago pulling the strings in midfield. The whole midfield. Naby Keita as well. If Naby, as I said, Naby can stay fit, I mean, we're on a bloody winner. But the problem is he going to stay fit? The lights are flashing like at the Wolves ground. Maybe we didn't pay the floodlights. That is weird, isn't it? Maybe, I don't know. But as I say, who stood out for you? We'll give ratings now in a minute as well. Kelleher goal, very good in distribution. Clean sheet, 1 or 2 really good, well, decent saves you expect them to make. But other than that, sort of not too much. For the last 10 minutes, we were hoofing the ball in. But other than that, it was a decent game for Kelleher. I'm going to give Kelleher an 8 out of 10, just for his overall composure, keeping that clean sheet. The back 4, controlling that whole back 4. Then you've Kanate, Gomez. Look really good and tight tonight. Kanate, very good. I'm going to give him an 8, Gomez an 8. So Kelleher an 8, Gomez and Phillips an 8. So that's a nice little 8, threesome of 8s there. I thought Tsimikas was very good up and down the line. He defended well, he attacked well. The press was back. And he was a nightmare to play against. So a 7 for Tsimikas and a 7.5 for Milli Vanilli on the other side. I mean, he's taken off on 65, but what a player. And then in midfield, young Stefan Bjaticic. I can't even pronounce his name. Is it Bjaticic or Bjaticic in midfield? Oh, unbelievable. What a player. I mean, young, took control of the ball, wanted the ball, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to give young Stefan Bjaticic a 9. Remember that. Remember it here now, guys. Stefan Bjaticic, man of the match for me, gets a 9 out of 10. Let's hope there's a lot more nines to come in his career, because he has a long, unbelievable future if he keeps his head on. I mean, Naby Keita, one of his better games for Liverpool. Unbelievable. An 8 for Naby. And an 8.5 for Harvey Elliott. I thought Harvey Elliott did everything right. The goal, obviously, wonder goal from Harvey, Wonderstrike. To see the keeper off his line, bang. But overall, his link-up play was beautiful. He never really gave the ball away. His tenacity was back, trying to win back the ball. He actually collapsed on the full-time whistle when the 95th minute whistle was blown. He actually collapsed on the ground because he was out of energy. So, unbelievable for him. Up front, Gakpo ran all day, did his best. Was unlucky once or twice. Bit of rustiness still there with Gakpo, but a 7 out of 10 for Gakpo. Carvalho on the other side looked dangerous as well. Some lovely link-up play, a 7 for him. And then, I suppose, at the end of the day, it was just an unbelievable, brilliant performance. Unbelievable, brilliant performance. Sorry, I forgot about Thiago, I thought Thiago was very good. Very, very good. Little around the corner balls. He got a yellow. He was lucky once or twice. He always dives in, doesn't he, Thiago? So I'm going to give Thiago an 8 out of 10. But Stefan Bjaticic is the man of the match for me. Followed by Harvey Elliott, you would say, in second place. But and overall, of course, Salah came on, Fabinho, Nat Phillips came on. All these guys came on. I'm not going to rate them. They weren't really on the pitch that much. They tried, huffed and puffed. Young Ben Doak as well. It was great to see him come onto the pitch. But, guys, wow, unbelievable. Really good win. Just confidence. That's what it's all about. It's just about confidence for me. It's a confidence builder, this game. I'm not going to write too much into it. It was Wolves. It was away from home. It was a tricky one. When I seen the team, I wasn't over the moon. I did say yesterday in the podcast that I would like Klopp to change it up, mix it up, put a different team out, young, energetic team. He'd nothing to lose, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Well, we did have something to lose if we lost. We were out of the cup, which we are the holders, of course. But the guys stood up. That's what happens when you've energy in midfield. That's what happens when you've press in midfield, intelligence in midfield. And all those three, Naby, Bjaticic, and Thiago. I mean, wow, maybe you played out against Chelsea. I doubt it, but I mean, the energy mix there is just ridiculous. The energy mix is just so different from the Brighton debacle, basically, and even the 2-2 against Wolves. I mean, that was a totally different team. You know, you could say it was a stronger team against weaker Wolves. It was a stronger Wolves against a weaker Liverpool. And it was the exact opposite result. So it was absolutely crazy. Kudos to Klopp and the boys and the football boys tonight. So they didn't let us down. They turned up and played well. And I, for one, I'm absolutely delighted. We needed something to kickstart the season. Let's go on from here now. Let's go into the Chelsea game of confidence. Let the crowd be up at Anfield. I know it's a lunchtime kickoff. We're not particularly great at lunchtime kickoffs, but let's go for it. That gives us something to, you know, bite on, something to get our fucking, you know, get a bit of energy out of. And it just shows you what we can do with the players we have. And there's a lot of players to still come in. But at the moment, I you know, I had a feeling we'd a chance against Wolves. Of course, we did by Liverpool, but I was a little worried when I seen the team. That's a bit young. That's a bit, you know, we never played that team before. We never did this. We never did that. Will Naby Keita last the half time? You know, this type of thing. Will Gomez make a mistake? Will, you know, and all those things didn't happen. The exact opposite. Maybe the first 5-10 we were a little bit apprehensive. Then we grew into the game. And once Harvey Elliott scored that goal, you could just see the energy going through the team. Okay, last 10, you'd expect Wolves to come at you, which they did. A lot of hoofing the balls and corners and free kicks, stuff like that. But we defended very, very well. Very well tonight. And brilliant back four display, brilliant midfield display. And that's where the game was won ultimately for me in midfield. I mean, that's what I always say. If you've got a good midfield performance, you'll win most games. We controlled it for the first time in a good few games. We basically controlled that game. Even though at halftime, I think we'd slightly less possession. But it's what you do with the possession. For me, it's what you do with the possession. We did everything right with the possession. You know, we attacked at the right time. We tried to break at the right time. We broke it up at the right time, you know. Out with the old, in with the new, says Lee Miles. Elliott was decent tonight, scored a great goal, says Mark. Rob Morrison. I'm not going to say that one out, Rob, but did anybody hear with the sexy noises on BBC? That was basically the commentators when the Harvey Elliott goal went in, baby. But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Carl's in. How are you, Carl? Hit the like, guys. Let's get that like up to 20. We're only on 12 likes. Come on, hit that button, baby. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. As I say, it's a confidence booster. That's basically all tonight was. It was a confidence booster. It was the young lad thrown in at the deep end. It's like a Naby lad, probably in his last legs for Liverpool, coming through like that. Really good controlled performance from Naby. No wayward passes. The odd one or two wayward passes. But overall as a package, it was really tight, compact, press. The old Gangan press style was back. I'm sure Klopp didn't see the interview, the post-match after, but I'm sure he's a happy man after that. And he's few players coming back in for the big Chelsea game. If we can get the crowd up at Anfield for Saturday, that should be some game, guys. That should be some game. Brighton next in the cup, but look, that's what I'm saying. It's different, isn't it? It's just amazing. I mean, the difference between that game and the Brighton game, or even that game and the Wolves 2-2 at Anfield, where you think Wolves should have won that game, really. Just chalk and cheese performance. Will be very interesting to see what team he picks for the Chelsea game, says Carl. Yeah, Carlo, I mean, 3 or 4 of those lads tonight have put themselves in the frame for the Chelsea game. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Harvey Elliott, Bjaticic, Naby Keita. I think Naby's got to start. I think you've got to start Naby, lad. Obviously, you'll have Salah coming back in and stuff like that, but Gakpo, I played Gakpo again. Nunez could be available. So hopefully Nunez is available for Chelsea too. Milner told me to shoot, so I did, says Elliott. Eamon Kelly. Harvey Elliott goal was on fire, says the Egyptian King. Alan is in. It shows that we have the young players who can do the job for us, given the chance, says Alan. Absolutely. I mean, 3 or 4 of those young lads tonight just absolutely just stood out a mile. But your man Bjaticic, I mean, he is going to be some player. If he stays injury-free, if he stays with his head and his shoulders, does the right thing. Wow, silky stuff, going around players, putting the tackle in, putting the pass in, trying to shot. You know, calm in possession, calm under pressure. There were 2 or 3 Wolves players around him in the midfield, and if he would have lost it in that position, we were in trouble. And he got himself bloody out of it. Just unbelievable, unbelievable display, away display as well. At a tricky ground, Wolves, they were on a good run up to this. So a big plus, a big positive for the football club guys going forward. It's not the, we still have problems. It's not, this is the new Liverpool. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. But we've got to take every little bit of positivity out of this result and bring it forward for the rest of the season. Start with Chelsea at the weekend. The future is looking bright with these young lads. Just sprinkle in a Jude and we will be cooking. Well, it looks like a Jude and maybe Matthias Nunes from Wolves. He didn't play tonight. So Nunes and Bellingham probably in midfield in the summertime. But we still have 10 days in the window, but who knows? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Nobody knows. Qatar, consortiums, who knows? Looks like that could happen in February or March, but interesting times ahead for Liverpool and the fan base, which, of course, we are. Hit the like, hit the share. We'll stay on for another while. Ben Doak made a few nice plays as well. He's another unbelievable, ridiculous player. We've young Ramsey, who, fortunately, through injury, hasn't even got a bleeding sniff yet. We've a lot of young players there. We've a lot of you, Clark, we Tyler Morton on loan at Blackburn. So many good young players there. Oh, when the Reds, oh, when the Reds, oh, when the Reds go marching in. Jose Allen is in. Jose, how are you? You're happy with that? Barry Sweeney, Think Electric, giving Ireland. Think Electric Ireland are giving you a warning, Dave, a while ago. Electric Ireland, yeah, probably was electric. It's actually board gas. Electricity with board gas. They do the gas and the electricity. Did you see the floodlights were going off? Maybe that was a hoodoo for Liverpool just before the game kicked off. Just when the game had kicked off, the lights went down for about 2 seconds at Molyneux and came back on. But guys, I'm over the moon, and it's something to cling on to. And we haven't had much to cling on to this season, have we? We haven't had much. We haven't had anything to cling on. We were waiting for little tidbits of little jugget nuggets, little bits of glimmers of hope, little bits of light. And we got that tonight. Wolves not paying their bills, says Mark. Maybe not. I don't care. We got out of there. We got the win. I'm sure Klopp is happy. We're all happy. And the deal is done into the next round. When the Qataris come marching in with that money, says the Egyptian king. Yeah, well, we'll see. That's down the road, but it could happen, should happen. Another thing was lovely to see. Jota's not far away. Jota's back in training, light running, but you're still 2-3 weeks. So you're looking maybe mid-Feb for him. Hopefully, even have him on the bench against Madrid would be a big plus. And Diaz is just a little bit further away, maybe end of Feb, early March. A clean sheet, says Carl. Another big one. My mate John Octoberg will be happy with that one. He does like clean sheets. He's like a manager of a 5-star hotel. We all like clean sheets, don't we? Clean bedding, clean sheets. We needed a confidence boost for the players going forward. Still work to do, says Eamon Kelly. That's what I said, Eamon, earlier. I said, look, it's a confidence booster. It's a little, a glimmer of hope. It's a little nugget you find in a coal bag and you take it out and it's a gem. All those things. There was 4 or 5 really good performances. The team as a whole got an 8 out of 10 for me, which is very rare. Considering Brighton had probably got 2 out of 10 just for turning up. Even the Wolves game was more like a 5 and 6, but that's an 8 out of 10 for the complete team performance. Every one of those starting 11 played well. Even the subs did okay when he came on, but the starting 11 were unbelievable. Unbelievable tonight, and they deserve it. We're into the next. I think we deserved it on the night. We had a better team for at least 80 minutes, and Wolves can have no complaints. And I was a little surprised that Wolves. I thought they would have gave more. They started fast first 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, but Liverpool gradually grew into it. Got a hold of the ball in midfield, made a few chances, and then that goal by Harvey early in the first half really sort of killed them. And Liverpool grew from that. We were unlucky once or twice offside, and it was a lovely finish from Carvalho. He was just off though. Gakpo was just off once or twice as well. But you can see the intent. You can see that movement. That will come. And they won't be offside and they'll score. So it's just absolutely beautiful. Glad to see Kelleher in goals as Egyptian king. Yeah, really good goalkeeper, really confident display from Caoimhe Kelleher, as we would expect. Wolves didn't look the same animal. Oh, Wolves were not howling tonight, baby. Thank God, but they weren't howling. We didn't let them howl. The midfield was that good tonight. The press was back. We just didn't give them the time and the ball that we gave them at Anfield. They must have been turned up like a bleeding Disneyland at Anfield for that game, because we just did not give them the time on the ball tonight, and that was really, really good to see. Wolves were puppies tonight. Yeah, our young puppies played well against the Wolves, though, didn't he? I mean, we basically threw Wolves to the Wolves, and but that midfield three, you would not have thought that three would work. Now, obviously, they've done it in training. You've got the youth, you've got the youth of like young Bjaticic who will just run all day. He's young, he's ready to rock. You've Naby lad who's like, we know, injury prone, but when he's on his game and he's fit, he just gives you that energy. And then if Thiago popping the ball around, it just worked. It worked a treat. It just worked an absolute treat today. It might not always work, but today it just worked absolute treat. I think that when the Wolves saw our team sheet, they must have thought they had won the game, says Alan. Yeah, I was a little worried about it myself when I looked at it and went, oh, wait, the Wolves playing that team. But wow, were we wrong? Was I wrong? What do you think of Gakpo tonight, Dave? He needs to be in the settled team for me. Yeah, look, Gakpo was a bit rusty. He was running offside once or twice. His control wasn't great. He was making one or two wrong decisions. But you could see there's a player there. You could see he's trying his best to do the right thing. And I think he'd be okay. I think I gave him a 7 out of 10. But he tried hard. He ran back. He caused them problems. Wasn't a great performance by any means. But, you know, he's getting there. And as you say, he needs to be in a settled team, I think, absolutely. BBC issues apology for the Wolves versus Liverpool prank. Yeah, sexy prank, sexy goal. That's all I'll say, guys. Sexy prank and a sexy goal from Harvey. As Gary Lineker can't resist jokes, he does like jokes. He likes one-liners, just like me. Did you watch Hussein, this football, his channel on the whole Qatar takeover thing? Very interesting. Breaks the whole thing down. Indeed, I don't watch him, to be fair. No, don't watch him at all. Don't think I've ever seen him. We knocked their lights out, says Carl. We did. My lights nearly went out as well in Molyneux. Gakpo will find his groove soon, says the Egyptian king. Sir Oswald Fortitude, cup runs could be vital to give you a break from the league when it's not going well. As you say, yeah, Sir Oswald, as we say, those young lads that played tonight and started, they probably weren't going to start against Chelsea. Even Naby lad, to come into a game like that, play well, is given food for thought for Klopp and Linders and the staff. You know, I think Naby, if he's okay and he's fit, I think he starts against Chelsea. That energy at Anfield on Saturday. You play Thiago, you play maybe even Bjaticic, I don't know, Chelsea, you know, the tough midfield as well. Would you play Naby? Would you play Thiago? And Fabinho maybe? You know, I don't know. Maybe he will play Bjaticic. Maybe he will. But still an uphill battle, Mark. Yeah, look, I'm not saying, that's it. Wow, that's it. It's all over, lads. Next, we're going to win every game. You know, that's it. Bang, bang, bang. No, we're absolutely not. We've still a lot of work to do. But it's a start. You have to start somewhere. You have to put the kettle on to have a cup of tea, lads. You have to put the kettle on first. The kettle is on, baby. I'm not saying it's boiling, but it is on. It'll take a while, but it will boil. And that's a lovely cup of tea. Well, it's not tea, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, we needed something that we needed it tonight. We needed it quick. We couldn't keep waiting for it. We would have lost that game tonight. I got knocked out. We would have been going into that game against Chelsea even more apprehensive, less confidence. The crowd would have been apprehensive. That just gives the crowd something to say. Oh, listen, guys, one or two changes here. Let's go. Bit of energy to press us back. We'll give Chelsea a game. And the whole crowd builds outside the ground, before the game, during the game. And that feeds through to Liverpool, the players and Klopp, and feeds through to the away fans and the away team. You know, so we need something, and we got it tonight in that performance, and we're into the next round. That's all we can really take from it, you know. When we are the holders, don't forget. Yeah, we didn't want to bow out too early, considering we are the holders. We got knocked out League Cup by City, but we're still in the FA Cup, guys. And who knows? I know Brighton away is tough, but who knows, baby? Who knows? We need to make Anfield unbearable for Chelsea this weekend. We do, and I'm sure we will. I mean, that game speaks for itself. Liverpool, Chelsea. They have a lot of new players to blend in. Mudryk, the guy they signed for 80 million, Ukrainian from Shakhtar. Will he play or not? I don't know. But they've spent, is it 450 million or something in the last few months? It's just ridiculous. I'd love to beat them for that very fact. I'd love to beat them. Let's bring the positivity into our league form. God, we need it, says Eamon. Yep, well, there's a bit of positivity tonight. The kettle's boiling, baby. The kettle is boiling. So let's make that cup of tea. Rosie Lee. Let's make that Rosie Lee. Let's make a nice cup of tea against Chelsea. A Man City play Arsenal. Yeah, so, I mean, look, who knows, guys? Who knows? We just got to take the positivity out of the win tonight. That's all you can do. Win the next round. Some of the young lads were just outstanding tonight. The defence was a lot better. Making the right decisions, look less It really did look, there was no nervousness. There was complete nervousness. There was fear in the Liverpool performances against Wolves at Anfield and at Brighton. There was actual fear in the eyes of the players. Tonight there wasn't. There was a youth. There was that youth where they don't care. There's no fear in youth, that type of thing. There was energy. There was control. There was actually control for most of that game. We were doing the right things, attacking at the right time, defending at the right time, making the right decisions. Not 100% of the time. You never do that. 1-0 away, though. A 1-0 away win at a tough place like Molineux is a really good win. I think it's a good win. I think it's a really good win. If we get Qatar and start cooking with the oil, the flame will burn that league. We'll see. That's not a done deal yet. Hopefully it'll happen in the next few weeks and months, but we shall see. Let's just concentrate on the club right now, middle of January. Chelsea the weekend. We're into the next cup. We're into the next round of the league. We still have a Champions League double against Madrid at the end of February. We've players to come back in. So we won't write anything off just yet, guys. And I did say that yesterday. Don't write off anything just yet. You just don't know in football. It can just turn a switch like that, as I say, putting a kettle on. And it can work for you. And you get a bit of confidence and you build. You get a bit of luck, get a bit of confidence. And the games just keep coming. Hi, Dave. It's been such a long time. How are you? I certainly do love a clean sheet, says domestic butler. Carl in the house, Carlo. Hopefully you are well, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share. 2 more likes and we get 20. Let's go for Gakpo. But yeah, huge, just a huge confidence boost. That's all I can really say about tonight's game. Confidence boost and a real good experience for the young lads. And they just absolutely shone tonight. Training all week as well and good. Playing a competitive game is where it counts. A good win tonight, says Eamon. Help my channel, guys. I'm at 6. Aim for 50. Help my channel, guys. I'm at 6 subs. Aim for 50. Jan's LFC special. Give him a sub. Show him your love, guys. Jan's LFC special. Mark will put your channel in the chat there. Still early days with any takeover. Yeah, I'm hearing so many things. I don't know what to believe. Qatari businessman or Qatari state. Who knows? But it certainly is something happening in the back. You can even see Klopp's interviews. He wants to say something and can't say it. You know what I mean? There it is. There's Jan's. Give him some of your love, guys. Jan, LFC special in the house. We're all an LFC worldwide family, guys. That's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. But exciting times. Now, people would say scary times, apprehensive times. Of course, ownership battles and stuff like that. We're fighting for top 4 and we're doing this and this and this. But I still believe under Jurgen Norbert Klopp, he's the man to take us forward. He still has over 3.5 years. 3.5 years left on his contract. I want him to at least see that out and probably extend. At least see it out, probably extend. When will takeover happen, Dave? I'm hearing... There's talks, obviously, in the background. Nothing's been signed and nothing's done. But they're looking at February, March. Now, you would think FSG might have a little parting gift if it is going to be sold this side of the summer and maybe get someone, even it's just a midfield, just someone to fill the gap. Although Klopp seems to think he's happy with what he has. Maybe Arthur Melo could turn out to be an absolute gem, and who knows? I mean, Curtis Jones came on tonight. When you have everybody fit, when Jota, Diaz, everybody, Van Dijk, they're all back fit, it looks like, wow, this is a great squad. Wow, look at this. But I still think that midfield, with the likes of Naby, Naby probably giving himself an extra year there because the way he played. Problem with Naby is he can't do it consistently and he can't stay fit. If he stayed fit, it'd be brilliant. Absolutely. There's a player there, guys, in Naby Keita. How does it work when a manager gets sacked? Do they still get wages if they got remaining contract? Yes. Under Eric Ten Hag, a Man United man in the house. Yes, as far as I know, you have to look, if you're on a 5-year contract and you get sacked and you have 3 years in your contract, I think you have to pay the contract out. I think you do. Unless it's, a disciplinary type thing, but you just get sacked because of bad results, unless it's written into the contract. But I think you get paid. I think you get paid off. I mean, Mourinho was famous for that, wasn't he? Mourinho made millions from being bleeding sacked. What's your prediction for the Chelsea game, says Carl? I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. I'm in a confidence boost, guys. An early 2-1. Now, obviously, Friday, we'll see how Klopp's presser. Is Nunes available and all this type of thing? Is Naby available to play? And there's a lot of decisions between now and Saturday, but I'd be confident enough. We'll give Chelsea a game. Don't doubt. They're not in a great form. They did beat Palace 1-0 the other day, but still, they're there for the taking. If we turn up at Anfield, the crowd are there, the energy's there, the press is there, like it was tonight, I think we'll be okay. Hearing in a few months, but no official news, says Mark. No, nothing official yet. The managers can be bought off. Are you FSG out or in, says Carl. I'm FSG. I just think their time. I think FSG have been very good for the club. I've said it a million times. In saying it's about 3 years, they missed 3 or 4 windows. There's a furlough, Super League, and all that. They made mistakes. They've been very, very good foundation for the club. The club is in a really good state at the moment, guys. I know league boys were not ninth in the league and stuff like that, but they brought in Jurgen Klopp, guys, one of the best signings we've had in 30, 40 years. So let's be real here. They've been good for the club, but I think the way the transfer market has gone in the last few years, the likes of Newcastle coming in as new money as well. Your City have been there. You've United spending. Look at Chelsea spending, what, 450. Even Spurs, Everton spend. With that spending power and the model and the policy FSG use, I just don't think we can live, or Klopp certainly can't for the next 3-4 years, keep putting his hand into a bag of coal and pulling out diamonds. It just won't work all the time. So maybe their time is up. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's time for new owners that can pump some money in, basically. But they've been very good for the club. There's no doubt about it. What's your prediction for Tottenham and Man City? I think City beat them. I think City will beat Spurs 2-0 to City. Apparently, according to Todd Bowley, Salah came from their academy. The man is deluded. He's the same guy that wants, is it 4 quarters, like in America, in the NFL? I mean, it's all money for the America. It's all, trying to split it up for ad revenue, basically. You have 4 quarters, so you have 4 chances to fucking play ads instead of just halftime. Oh yeah, crazy. A lot of managers hold on to get the sack. They know they will be minted and they will get paid, says Eamon. Yep. The CEO of the Qatari Investment Authority, the sovereign wealth fund of the Gulf nation, says that they are looking at investing in football clubs, but have not yet made up their mind. I did hear them being interviewed during the World Cup back in November talking about it. Liverpool were mentioned, Spurs and United were all mentioned. Although United, your man, the English billionaire, who's a United fan, looks like he might be going in for United. We shall see. Who knows? Who knows, guys? The takeover sale is useless for Man United. They spent 200 million anyway. Fucking $500 million. City 1, Spurs 1, says Jan. John, Red TV is in. How are you? Glasgow, Red. Qatar, he's putting the Qataris in. He's putting them in. He's putting the flags in. Give me all the money. Give me all your money. All your claps, hugs, kisses too. That's what I want, baby. 1.3 billion for the new Man United stadium. Yeah, the stadium's falling now. Any manager will be willing to sack getting paid. That's the best thing about being a manager, says under Eric Ten Hag. Yeah. If you sign a big contract, you sign a big 4 or 5 year deal, that's the club saying, listen, we'll pay you whatever it is, 100 grand a week for 5 years. Like, that's 5 million. Just over 5 million. That's 25 million over 5 years. Plus bonuses, plus win bonuses, plus fucking trophy bonuses, plus whatever else it is. But that young lad did well for us tonight. Had a good game, says Ravi. I presume you're talking about Stefan Bjatasic. What a player that young guy is. As I say, he can play for either Spain or Serbia. He's got parental either side there, Serbia or Spain. And I think Spain should be knocking on the door. Serbia also, but what a player this guy is. I mean, wow. We have some great kids coming up, but a while away. Look, yeah, we've young Ramsey. I mean, he's been unlucky with injuries. The fullback we signed from Aberdeen. We've got Tyler Morton, who looks a really, really good player. Clark. We've got obviously we got Bjatasic. We've Elliott. Well, Elliott isn't that young anymore, but he's still only 20. Carvalho. So many good young guys there. It is just ridiculous. It is Ben Doak. How could I forget him? He's only just turned 17. There's a young lad, Polish young lad, Metulowski, the forward. He's injured, I think, at the moment. So many good young lads. To make that step from the young into Liverpool's first team, like the likes of Bjatasic, just seems to be doing seamlessly. Carvalho, Elliott, is just ridiculous. It is so hard to do. Everton's new stadium is going to get made with matchsticks. Hit the hit the share. Come on, guys, let's go, says Eamon Kelly, and you're absolutely right, bro. Hit the like, hit the share, baby. Question, Dave. Where does Tyler Morton fit into this team? Well, he doesn't really. I think he's on loan. He's on loan at playing very well for Blackburn Rovers. I don't think he'll be a Liverpool player. I think Liverpool bring him back in and probably try sell him. He's only young. He is young. I can't see him fitting in. I don't know. Klopp does rate him though. Klopp likes him. But can you see him fitting into the midfield? Maybe he's their new signing. Tyler Morton comes back from Blackburn in the summer. There you go. There's your new midfielder. Who knows? But it's a tough one at that age to say, right, there we go. Almost at 7.3k. Yes, I am. I'm almost at 7.3k, baby. So hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, show us your love. Road to 10k. Let's go. Leighton is playing well at Aberdeen. Says Egypt. Yeah, there's another one, Leighton. I mean, we've so many players, and one or two of them are going to be sold and turn out to be absolute diamonds, like what Chelsea used to do when they sold Salah and they sold De Bruyne and stuff like that. But sure, you can only play 11 players, you know. Everton Stadium is Liverpool's new toilet. Tyler's just signed a contract. Yeah, sorry, Tyler did sign a new long-term contract, didn't he? Yeah, but obviously Klopp sees a player. I see a player there. I really do like him. Caden Gordon, there's another one I forgot all about. He was injured. I mean, only a year or two ago, he was the next big thing. He was like the Ben Doak. He was only 17 at the time and he played for Liverpool. And he's still there. He's to come up through. Caden Gordon, how could I forget about him? So he's another one. There's another one to throw into the mix. Players getting too old and young players not ready. For newspapers and other fans, Klopp out brigade have the perfect storm. Don't worry about Klopp out lunatics. They can talk about FSG and owners out all they want, but Klopp out need to get the head examined. Let's be real here. Trent Doherty will be a baller when he breaks in, says Egyptian. He's an Irish international. Trent Doherty, there's another one. There's so many. Yep. I hear Jota's back in training, light training, Ravi. He's still 2-3 weeks away, far as I know. But what a player to have back. What a confidence builder he would. Diaz as well, but Diaz is further away, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. But Jota is in light training, but he's still 2-3 weeks away. Might be 2 weeks, but 2 to 3. Nunes and Jota back soon, says Jan. Neves and Kudos I'll take, since Amrabat will stay at Fiorentina until the end of the season. I hope McAllister comes in January. Jan, I can't see any of them coming in January, to be fair. And as I said, I think Matthias Nunes of Wolves, and hopefully I think we're putting all our eggs in one basket for Jude Bellingham. Those two would be nice in midfield, wouldn't they? I'd take those two. Absolutely, in the summer. Big up, Dave. I watched Tyler Morton's highlights at Blackburn. He's looking good, says Panoff Scouts. Yep, he's been brilliant for Blackburn. Absolutely brilliant. Young player of the year. Young so far. Really good. Tackled, good, intelligent. The Liverpool way. And he is playing well. And as Mark was saying earlier, I forgot he did sign a new extension. I think there's a contract to Liverpool. So Klopp sees something there and wants him back probably in the summer. I'll remove Nunes and raise you Kone. Maybe. I do like Nunes though. I do like Matthias Nunes from Wolves. He wasn't there tonight, but he's a big, 6 foot midfielder, puts the foot in, silky on the ball. Nah, not Jude for me. Not a Liverpool player that we need, says Ravi. Yeah, Ravi seems to be gone on Jude. Doesn't seem to be. It's a lot of money. It's a big package deal. I mean, you're talking 120, 130 for him, plus probably close to Salah wages, $250,000 a week anyway, 250, something like that over a 5-6 year deal. So it's going to be huge. If it's done, it's going to be huge. Ramsey at right back, shame he isn't at left back. We might bring a full back in the summer. I mean, the Ramsey thing is a long term. He's only 20. He may have 1 or 2 Scottish caps, so he's going to be one for the future. But he's unlucky with injuries already, isn't he? Kelleher for the Brighton game again, says Eamon. Maybe he'll play him in the FA Cup games. I thought Kelleher was really good tonight. Nothing silly, no mistakes. Controlled his box like all good goalkeepers. Did the right thing, ran out, grabbing the ball. Really good display. Wasn't under the cosh too much, but, except for maybe the last 10 minutes. Thuram is the lad for me, says Egyptian King. Clubs are sniffing around Neves. I do like Neves, though. He's a decent player. He is a decent player. Lee Miles says, even Chambers is looking good. There you go. Even Arthur Mello was looking good. Hasn't even kicked the ball yet. But maybe we'd see Arthur Mello on the pitch. I know he's back. I think I think he's something like February, but I mean that was the weirdest signing ever in history, wasn't it? I mean, you sign a guy that's fit, you hadn't played since May, you sign him on the last day of the window, and he plays. I think he came on in a game for a few hours, or a few minutes, 13 or 14 minutes or something, and that was it. Melodramatic signing by Liverpool there. But a crazy signing, really though. Best signing we'll ever make is if we bought back Michael Edwards. You never know. He might come back if the Qatari boys are there in the summer. Who knows? Julian Ward is obviously going, but maybe he's just taking a sabbatical and he'll come back. The strike from Elliott was decent, man. It was beautiful. It was sexy, baby. Just like the BBC. The BBC funny news or funny chat when Lineker was talking. Beautiful. Caoimhe Keller rarely had a save to make, but confident with the ball at his feet, says Jose. Yeah. Keller is well decent. If it wasn't for Ali, he'd be our number one for sure. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, rarely makes a mistake. Really good. He needs to be playing first team football. He wants to get into Ireland, into the national team. I mean, if he was playing regularly at any other Premier League club, doesn't have to be Liverpool, any even mid-table club, he'd be playing for Ireland all the time. You know? So, I mean, Southampton's goalkeeper, Bazuma, is Ireland's number one because he plays for Southampton all the time in the Premier League. No Becker back for me, please. Ooh, Carl, that's a big shout. We all love Alison Becker. Come on. Come on. Keller needs to play for Ireland in the Euro qualifiers 100%. But that's what I'm saying. He needs to be playing football to be playing for Ireland then, can't he? You know, we'll see in the Brighton game maybe. At the Amex, which is in about 2 weeks. And see what happens there. But look, that's a different game. That's miles away. We won't even talk about it. The big one again. We just take this result tonight and absolutely love it. Beating Wolves by 1-0 and a wonder strike from young Harvey Elliott, exciting teenager ET. What a finish! He has it in his locker, as we've seen before. You know, he has it in his locker. Probably should shoot more because he has a lovely, lovely little curler on him, and the keeper was just caught out, wasn't he? He was a bit off his line, didn't know what he was doing, flailing in the air. And it was a beautiful, beautiful finish. But his overall play was very good tonight, Elliott. I thought the ball stuck to him. Intelligent, got rid of it, played people in. Some lovely little triangles and passes and dummies. Thiago did an unbelievable dummy. And just the overall play was really good tonight. It was confidence. You could see the confidence. Smile. Put a smile back on my face tonight. Ox looks really good on the subs bench. Keep him there, says Carl. Joe Gomez, confident both in and out of possession and read the game well. Number of good interceptions for Wolves when Wolves sought the level. Yeah, Joe Gomez was very, very good tonight. Harvey on the right wing suits him and he's more effective there. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant tonight. Midfield looked better tonight, since Jose. Compact. The press was back. The energy was back. Everything was back tonight. Wolves looked worse tonight though. Yeah, Wolves, I think that team caught Wolves out. I think the formation, the team, the energy, the press, they were probably saying, this is a handy one for us, guys. We should have beat them at Anfield the other day. They were lucky to come out of it with a 2-2. We play slightly stronger team at home under the lights that kept flickering. And we should be beating them. You know, young lads in midfield and young lads up front. And young lads turned up tonight, baby. Elliott's endless pressing was brilliant. He collapsed in a heap at the end. I did see that. He absolutely collapsed on after 95, 96 minutes. Just collapsed on the centre circle. And just pure energy was gone. That was great to see. That was actually great to see. Dave, second half, we did slow down. We did. We made a few substitutions as well, which can slow you down. Milner was brilliant as well, taking off at 65. Carvalho was taking off. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take 1-0. I would have took 1-0 to start, you know, that type of performance. I'm not saying it was the perfect performance by any means, but it was certainly better than our last two. The 2-2 against Wolves and the absolute shit show against Brighton. We needed something. And we got it tonight, guys. We got it tonight in spades. And the young lads absolutely shone tonight, especially Stefan Bjatasic in midfield. And, of course, Harvey Elliott with the wonder goal. Carvalho was decent as well. The three guys, those three young guys. A lot of pressure on Gomez as well. And he stood up tonight. Fair play to him. Him and Kanate are very, very, very good. So I'm not going to stay on much longer. This has been the instant match reaction. Liverpool have beaten Wolves by 1-0. Harvey Elliott stunner in the first half gives Liverpool victory. Amex Brighton away in the next cup game, and we have a big one on Saturday, guys, at lunchtime. It is Chelsea at Anfield. It is absolutely Huge. Liverpool FC is Wolves World Cup final. They had a good record against us, Wolves, in the FA Cup. I think they've knocked us out in 2 or 3 meetings in the FA Cup in recent years. So it was good to get another one over them and break that hoodoo. Never thought a Chelsea game at Anfield would be such a non-event this season, really. I know what you mean, non-event, as in, no, that both of them aren't going for the league, I presume is what you mean. It's still a big event. I mean, if we beat them, it gives us something to bite. We need something to bite on. We need 3 points Saturday. You have to win your home games. We need to be beating that. That's how important it is. It's as important as it is for me. I think it's an important game. The position we're in, the area we're in, the moment we're in, the mind level, psychologically where we are, it's important we get 3 points. I think it's important for the rest of the season that we beat Chelsea. -7 in the UK, my God. Oh, Ravi, it was -7 here last night. I think it's -2 or 3 tonight. I couldn't scrape the ice off the bloody windscreen this morning. It was freezing. But that has warmed me up tonight. That performance from the Reds has definitely warmed me up tonight. I'm going to get a nice hot chocolate now. Sit back, check out Klopp's post-match. Look forward to the Chelsea game. And be happy and enjoy going into work tomorrow for once in a few weeks. But guys, that has been the instant match reaction. It is finished at Molineux. Liverpool into the next round. Liverpool have beaten Wolves by 1-0. Harvey Elliott, Wonderstrike, but it was young Beatrice in midfield that stood out for me. Absolute legend. It's not the be end and end all. You know, that's not it. And wow, it's all over. The season, guys, relax, you know. We still have work to do. We'll get there. Trust in Klopp. Let's see what happens with the Qataris, if they come in or don't come in. Maybe something comes in this side of the window. But Chelsea on Saturday is big. I'll be doing a show or two with the lads, I'm sure. I'll do something Friday night, definitely. Possibly something even before that. Hit the like, hit the share. Show us your love. Show us you care. Guys, thank you very much. Absolute legends. One moment from the match stays with me. Wolves made a fast break down the left. The cross went in to the far post, but was cleared by the right back, says Jose Allen. And we leave it there. Stay safe. Talk soon. You'll never walk alone. Get into the next round, guys. Cheers for popping in. Talk soon.